Hi, in this video I would like to show you my little side project called Witica. What Witica basically does is it can turn a folder inside your Dropbox into a website. And by doing so it makes editing your website as easy as editing files on your local machine. So how does it actually work? Well, first of all you need a Dropbox account, of course. And then you can, inside your Dropbox, create a folder that will then serve as the source for your website. And the so-called Witica publisher, which is a Python script that you can run from anywhere, will then take every file in that source folder and publish it to your website. And at any time you make changes to that folder, it will automatically reflect those changes to your web server. One of the main design principles in Witica is to separate layout from content, which is, for example, not the case if you would edit the HTML files of your website directly. Because if you, for example, want to change some menu on your website, you don't want to end up editing all the HTML files by yourself. So in Witica you just do the layouting once and then you just create the content, and if you want to change the layout you don't need to touch the content itself. Another advantage over other tools is that you don't need to run any server-side code like PHP on your web server. Instead, for Witica you can run the publisher from anywhere, and on the server you just need to have a simple web server that can serve static files. And last but not least, the source code of Witica is available on GitHub and is fully open source, licensed under the MIT license. So now I would like to show you how you actually can set up your first website using Witica. So to do that, I've opened the terminal here, which is actually right now in my Dropbox folder. And what I need to do first is to create a new directory inside this Dropbox folder, and I will call it demo. So there's my folder, and I will go into that folder. And what I need to do next is to make sure that I have Witica installed. If you don't have Witica already installed, then you just run pip install Witica. And if you have Python installed, then this will fetch the latest version of Witica and install it on your local machine. So it's pretty easy. I don't need to do that right now because it's already installed. So the next step is then to run the command called Witica init inside this folder that we just created. And what this will do is it will turn this folder into a source for Witica that can then be used to publish on your website. So it successfully created this source now, and if we open the folder in the Finder now, you will see that we got some files here, which is this file called home.md, which is the only content file right now in this source, which is just an example content file with some example text. And then we got this folder called meta, and this meta directory tells Witica what to do with this source and where to publish it actually. So what we need to do next is now to edit the file called web target. And there you find the configuration for Witica that tells it where to publish your website. So we need to set up this one time, and what you need to do is you need to change those three values here. So you need to specify the domain for the FTP account, the username, and then you can give it some subpath that where the website should be published on your server. So I will use the folder called demo, and here you need to make sure that this folder actually exists already on your server. before you run this. So now I've created the or changed the configuration file, and yeah, our website is basically set up now. So the only thing we need to do now is to run the command called Witica update, and you can optionally give it the parameter -d, which will run Witica as a daemon, and then it will continuously monitor for changes, and it will publish everything inside the folder to the location we just configured. So we'll run that. And after a few seconds, we will actually have our website up and running. But yeah, when I run this for the first time, we have to authorize and give Witica basically access to the Dropbox. So let's do that. So now it has access, and we just press enter, and I will continue to publish all the files for the website. So there we go. And then we can check if the website is running. And yes, it is. And there is the example default template that it automatically uses when you set it up. And now I'm running this in the background, and it will continuously reflect changes to the website. So for example, if I add some text here and hit save, it will automatically, if you look into the console, it will detect this change here. So it detected that this item changed, and it will automatically update the content on your server. And then you can see on the left here the page automatically updated, and I didn't even need to press reload here. Instead, it automatically updates the website live. So any users that would visit the website right now will automatically get the new content, even if they don't reload the web page. So everything is live in Witica. And if you, for example, would like to add an image file, it works pretty much the same. We just drag this image file, for example, into the folder, and then Witica detects this change, and it will automatically upload the image and publish it to the website. But of course, we can't see it right now because it's another item, and we could go to the URL and see it there, but it's not linked from the homepage, so that's why we can't actually see it. But we can actually, using this syntax here, we can embed the picture to the homepage. So you write exclamation mark, and then in parentheses you write the name of the item preceded by an exclamation mark, which tells Witica that this is an item ID actually. And then it will eventually add the image to the homepage and embed it into this homepage. And that might take a few seconds. It's already on the server, and there it's published. So that's pretty much how Witica works. But of course it has many more nice features that make publishing content to your website even easier. For example, automatic image variants, which means that Witica will generate different sizes of every image automatically and upload to your server. And by that you don't need to serve the full big image when you only need a thumbnail on your website somewhere. It provides automatic metadata extraction for all the content files, like for example for image files it will automatically extract the EXIF data, and this data is then accessible through an easy JavaScript API. And for example, you can then take the coordinates where an image was taken and visualize this on a map. As you've seen, there's instant publishing in Witica, so everything you change in the source folder is instantly published, and there are live updates, meaning that users don't even need to press reload in their browser to get the new content. Smart page transitions ensure that if you click on a link on the website, Witica does not reload the whole page. Instead, only the areas that are really needed to be changed will be rendered again. And last but not least, there are integrity checks available in Witica, which can make sure that you don't end up having broken links or other madness going on your website. So that's what Witica is all about, and if you would like to find out more, then I would recommend you to visit witica.org.